All right, now 2011 has turned out to be a terrible year as far as equities go, but going into 2012, what's the best and what's the worst case scenario that Indian investors should expect from the markets? Let's listen in.
I think the best case scenario would come about if you see a significant acceleration in policy reforms. That coupled with the rate cuts we are expecting by the central bank could see multiples expand a lot more than what we are kind of forecasting right now. In terms of worst case scenarios, I think the big concern that investors have is that there has been no significant outflows from Indian equities in 2011. So if risk aversion increases significantly because of, say, events in Europe which are unexpected, you could see significant outflows from Indian equities, and you could see then further pressure on the rupee.
Well, once again, I think it's politics. The worst case is just this continued inertia in government and no change in government and nothing getting approved in Parliament and nothing getting done. And it's starting to have a drag on the economy. And then the best case is that somehow, and I can't really say how, government becomes more proactive and so I think that's really an important issue.
Well, the best case would be if there was some resolution in the Eurozone which would actually bring some calm to the markets. The problem is we cannot really see how that solution looks like, but that would be the best case. And the worst case, of course, would be a breakup of the Eurozone, a chaotic breakup, which would have implications on the European economy and, of course, by extension on the global economy. And I think that's where the risk really comes in for emerging markets, including India.
The best case scenario, let's start with that. The best case scenario is clearly the government moves fast on reforms, determined manner, doesn't get distracted by the opposition that's coming through, and then Europe sorts itself out sometime between March and June. That's clearly the best case scenario. Then we can have a proper rally. And the worst case scenario is clearly the opposite. There is some resistance to reforms, and the government sort of takes a step back and starts withdrawing and gives excuses one way or the other, and Europe muddles along possibly into a climatic situation, and combination of these two can be really lethal for India.